Jonah said, my prayer came to you in your temple. And when you come to church, God can use that in your life, and God can do something with that and encourage you. So remember these things: God's goodness in the past, God's nearness today, God's power for tomorrow. Remember the Lord. Nehemiah knew, I need to get these people's focus back on the great God they serve. It is easy to lose focus and only be overcome with the circumstances of life, and to lose focus on the supernatural God whose hand is upon your life. There's one more thing. As you face the difficult things and you feel like giving up and you're discouraged, I want you to see what Nehemiah said to the people in verse 14. After he told them, remember the Lord. Do not be afraid of them, he said, verse 14. Remember the Lord who is great and awesome. And he said, look at this, and fight for your brothers, your sons, your daughters, your wives, your houses. When you feel like giving up, lastly, remind yourself of the cause. That's what Nehemiah is doing. He's saying there's a great cause. Your sons, your brothers, your daughters, your families are at stake. We've got to have a wall around this city, he said. We've got to build this wall. Don't lose sight of it. Remind yourself of the cause. You see, we tend to forget why. We tend to forget why. Why are we here this morning? What are we doing? Why am I faithful to Forward by Faith, giving week by week? Because of our vision to reach a city for Christ, to reach out to our northwest area of Lincoln, Nebraska, and to build a facility that would be a blessing to many in the years to come. And that's why. And we can't lose sight of why. And that's what he's doing. He said, remember your sons, your daughters, your wives. Remember your families. Remember the need. Don't give up. Remind yourself of the cause. How many people have served God, but then when the obstacles came and the difficulties came, they put up the white flag? Discouragement got them. Rest your body. Reorganize your life. Remember the Lord. Remind yourself of the cause. D.L. Moody said this, I've never known God to use a discouraged Christian. You don't determine a man's greatness by his talent, by his abilities, but by what it takes to discourage him. What does it take to take you out of the battle? You see, we Christians are in a war. And perhaps the devil's greatest weapon against us is discouragement. And he will whisper in your ear, and he will say things to you that will cause you to lose heart for the cause of God. And I love what Nehemiah said in Nehemiah, the 6th chapter, the 3rd verse. He said this, I am doing a great work. I cannot come down. I am doing a great work. Nehemiah saw his work as great, and he never lost sight of that. I am doing a great work, he said. What do you do when you feel like giving up? Rest, reorganize, remember the Lord, and remind yourself of the cause.